Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Red Black here. So I haven't been playing too much over the weekend here, but I've been feeling a little under the weather, but I'm starting to feel a little bit better here at the end of the night. So wanted to go ahead and make a video. So somebody in my clan was talking about Scarab Boss or Borgoth, which, to be honest, so I know them as like Dark Fae, Griffin, Scarab, Bommel. So I always forget their real names. Like I see Scarab King up here. But they are, if you go to the boss guide, they are known as Borgoth. So the big trick with Borgoth is that they steal buffs from people that don't have shields. So this is the team that I've run successfully with it in the past. The main reason that this team does have success is mostly due to Armiger. Now, I will admit my Armiger is way under leveled, but or not under leveled, but his gear could be stronger. Um, he's in destroy gear for this specific boss. I would like for him to be able to actually land his turn meter control abilities, but his accuracy isn't high enough. However, I don't want to raise that accuracy anymore. I don't want to play around with the gear too much because I want to keep these pieces. So, and you can see a lot of them don't have accuracy, and the ones that do, I've already put books into. We are rocking an accuracy banner. I could This gear was built a long time ago, so I really could probably find a banner with much higher accuracy. Yeah, like I could probably use this banner and get him closer to the accuracy that he needs. But it really doesn't matter in the end. So, what is special about the Armiger here is the Blood Shield ring. So this ring is really important because every time you attack, it gives the wearer a shield worth 5% of damage dealt after attacking. The reason this is good is it means that every time Armiger attacks, he's going to do so with a shield, which basically negates Scarab King's ability to um, chain like counterattacks essentially. Also, it's worth looking at here for Borgoth. Um, you do need to have for hard. You need to have accuracy over 355 and resistance over 397. So 400 resistance is what you'll be looking for. And so if we go back into here, no resistance, not even close on the accuracy. But the other members of the team are going to be characters like UDK. Definitely hit the resistance. Mithrala hits the resistance because of her passive. Um, Pythion barely hits probably actually under the resistance, I think, but I've not seen it be too much of a problem in the past. Um, and then I bring Newt to speed things up, basically, just so he can do his percentage damage. Um, you'd like to see him do turn meter control as well, but that's not absolutely necessary. Now, I don't usually farm this boss, but I will spend a silver key. Um, for it. I'm not going to guarantee that this is going to work. This is very much a team that I beat Bommel with once, and then I log off and can never do it again until I need to. Um, I think it's programmed so that I'll have my abilities going into the boss fight, but it really doesn't matter. The main things that are saving me against this boss are my resistances and Armiger having the Blood Shield ring. Also, I bring a lot of shields, and so I do manual it when I do it because again I'm only doing it once. I'm not trying to farm this. Um, so I do like to bring. I do rotate the shields of UDK and Mithrala, so that I'm able to work my way through it. This is an annoying wave, really. Wow. Oh, this is probably gonna make the video much longer trying to just pass these. Yeah, because I can't even freeze them either. Well, this wave is just really annoying. Aha. I pretty much have to just work my way through their cooldowns to get through this wave, which is definitely frustrating. Oh, she's the only one visible. That's why I'm not attacking the one that I want to attack. Yeah. I really don't like this wave. This one's really annoying. More so because it's not a wave that's like going to be impossible to do. It's more so that it's just an annoying wave. Like, it's frustrating to have to deal with. You know, it's not that you're not going to be able to defeat them. It's that in order to do so, you're going to just be pissed off. Why can't I click her? Oh my god. Oh, we got it. Oh. It's annoying that even with Veil you can't click them. Like, the game should be smart enough to be like, oh yeah, they're under Veil, but you know, they're all under Veil, so you can target the right one. Yeah. But anyways, once you eventually work your way through this really annoying wave. Alright, we're almost done. Come on. Okay, I was really worried she'd get a turn and then... Alright, now we're done. Alright, sorry about the little bit of pause there. So, you'll see here I do start in here with a bolster set on. That's not necessary, but it's very valuable, especially if you're not speed tuned. If you're not coming in here with a bolster set, you're going to want to make sure that your UDK or your Mithrala goes first so that they can apply shields to the rest of your composition. But I have a shield on myself, so I can go ahead and attack right away. We do land the turn meter, so we have enough accuracy on him, which is very satisfying. As you can see, my shields are on cooldown at the moment, but it doesn't matter because I am in bolster. I'm not going to bother putting this shield on right now. Let's take advantage of bolster while we've got it. So normally when I run this, I would on lower difficulties where my Armiger has enough. You know, I'll just show you. So Armiger doesn't have enough accuracy, so he's not going to get the turn meter reduction. That was just Bommel's normal move. Now, here's the problem. We are going to set into motion. He's going to counterattack here, which is annoying. But Mithrala doesn't get affected by it, which is great. And then, because she's one of my shield appliers, and she has high enough resistance, we don't have to worry about it. One thing that is really important if you're using Newt, because he's going to steal Newt's buffs, do not use Newt's A2. If you use Newt's A2, you will lose this fight for yourself. So we're going to hold on to UDK's shield for one more turn here. We're going to heal back up. And this time I'm going to come in with the A2 of Armiger because it's HP-based damage. It's still reduced because of Bommel's passive. You know, he's got his shield up here. However, it is still going to be the harder hit, and the amount of HP reduction is based on how hard he hits. Really doesn't matter which ability you go with. You'll see she doesn't even have enough accuracy to land her Hex, but the Hex doesn't really matter for this fight, so we're not worried about it. Now the shields, all have one turn on them, right? So we are going to re-up with UDK, and that's where manualing really comes in handy. So this isn't going to do a lot of damage, but it is going to speed things up and decrease his natural defense, which is going to help. So once he gets his big turn here in a little bit, that was just one of his normal turns. He's going to have his big turn where he buff strips me. When he does that, you will see where the value comes with the... I may not even need it, just given the rotation I currently have on my team. So there's the Destroy. Again, the Destroy is reducing his shield, and then we're going to be able to do more damage to him later. Not worried about healing at the moment. I am a little nervous about my shields. They are getting a little bit low. But again, we have ways of kind of counteracting that. But like I was saying, if Newt gets his counterattack on him and he steals the counterattack, it doesn't matter if you have shield or not. He's going to start cycling out his taunt, and that's no fun for anybody. So you'll see I have enough resistance on the Pythion. None of his buffs were stolen. They stole an increased defense, so what? Increased attack and strengthen, so what? Now you'll see, here we are. This is where you'll see the value. So I do not have a shield on my Armiger at all. Armiger's about to, he has to take his turn though, because it's his turn. No counterattack. Why? Because Armiger put a tiny little shield on him. Look, you can't even see it. You can see the buff. He has a shield buff. But because it's a percentage of the damage of attack he did, it could be like, it's 5% of the damage he did. I didn't see how much he did, but it could be, 500 HP buff or a 50 HP shield buff. But it's a shield buff, and that's all that matters, guys. So now the problem is Newt does not have that blood shield, and I'm not going to worry about putting a blood shield on him. So we are going to get a counterattack here, but I more than make up with that with the rest of the team. So we're going to put shields up. I didn't look at the cooldowns on my shields. I probably didn't. Well, no, I needed to do that because Newt and Armiger didn't have shields going. So again, we'll come in here with the HP-based damage, and you'll see that that's increasing his HP. Oh gosh, what's it called? I can't even remember what it's called now. Does it talk about it? Max HP. Yeah, destroyed HP. That's the word that I'm looking for. I am 1-1. So my UDK is very slow. Not for this boss, but for another boss. So his shield goes away slower, but everyone else's was pretty low there. So we'll go ahead and use Mithralis. So it is a bit of a slow process. Using Newt speeds it up, as well as using Armiger and his A2. And being able to put a Blood Shield ring on him speeds things up as well. And then we just kind of keep going. So UDK shield is off now. So we are going to want to make sure that we can try and get a shield back on. Hopefully UDK will have one. So see, here's a problem area. We don't have a shield. Oh, see, this is a neat trick, guys. So I don't want my Pythion to attack here. So in order to avoid that, let's just use his heal. Right? Now, and then we know we want Armiger to always attack. He has his shield, so that doesn't matter. So really the only character that's not optimized for this fight is Newt. And that's because I just get value from him in so many other places. We don't really care that he gets the block debuffs. That's really not an impact for us. It sucks that he's about to get a counterattack here, but on the plus side, we do have high resistance characters, which can take care of it. Bring in the revive, and then we just would keep going. Oh, I did get some decreased turn meter there, which is nice. Newt's going to come in with the A3. Now, on lower difficulties, using an Armiger like this is really valuable because you'll also reduce his turn meter, which prevents him from taking the turn that he just took. So, ideally, I would build, for this fight, I would build this Armiger in a destroy set with much higher accuracy, higher HP, higher defense, all of that, so that we could do a lot more, maybe higher crit damage as well, so that we could burn his protection buff down more. But, work with what we got. And so it's slow, and I would just keep doing this and this and this until eventually the shield starts breaking, and then we start to progress along a little further. So I healed there because I didn't have a shield buff. Now I renew the shield buffs, and everybody can take their turn. I won't use Mithralis. So again, this is one that I highly recommend manualing to make sure that you're keeping those shield buffs applied at all times. If you don't want to build Armiger in a destroy set, you could, if you have a blood shield ring for undead, for example, you could put that onto a Dark Elhain and get the same kind of value out of her. Because if you're able to destroy the HP, you'll make a lot of progress. And again, the reason I say Dark Elhain is because she is a free champion, so definitely somebody that can speed this fight up quite a bit. Because once you make enough progress on the shield, you start doing real damage to the character. So we ran out of our shields. We gain those back. Because we have shield, we'll attack here and we'll save the cleanse for the next time I don't have a shield available. We'll come in with the A3 there. And yeah, but that's the fight. That's my secret to it. I've never had any issues with Scarab because of that. I wouldn't say it's really a cheese. It's really just a viable strategy. Ideally, if you came in here with 5 champions, all with Blood Shield rings, you're going to be set. That may not be the case for everybody, but you know, if you can build a team of that a reasonably like a team that makes sense, and bring them in here with Blood Shield rings, that's gonna do the trick for you. The other thing you want to watch out for too is he can steal, I think, the heals, the heal over times. You want to watch out for that. However, even if he does, because he gets easier and easier, so you'll see his shield is cracked now. If you look at the animation, see how it's got cracks in the shield, and that's because we've been doing the HP, destroying the enemy max HP. As far as him stealing those heals, he can steal those heals, which can be a problem because it'll make this more frustrating. But at a certain point, as you do the enemy max HP, you'll see now I'm doing 30,000 damage. At a certain point, you're going to build up so much, you're going to take his shield down so much that you'll be able to do full damage to him, and it'll eventually counteract. So we'll stop it there. I don't want to show you the whole fight because we're only halfway through. I've been going for about 20 minutes. But it is successful. You can clearly see if we go back to the floor selection, it did work for me. And I was able to, continue all the way through. It takes a little bit of manualing, a little bit of work, but that's how I do it. Blood Shield rings are the secret. If you have them, obviously. So if I filter, I wish you could filter by sets, but how do I want to do this? Well, rings, yeah. So Blood Shield ring, I've used this ring even though it's attack. I've used this ring on a dwarven healer that's really good for this fight. She's a 50 on my account. Here she is, Melga. Melga's really good for the. Actually, yeah, you can see I already have a blood. I literally have this ring is on her because I used to use her for Scarab Boss. And she's really handy because she does bring a shield on a 3-turn or on a 2-turn cooldown. Is that how they? I forget how these work. If that's what it is before the cooldown -1, but she does bring shield buffs. The only downside is she also brings continuous heal, which is troublesome because he can steal it. She also applies or can remove one random debuff from a random ally when she attacks. So if you're in a tight spot running a bit of a budget team, the great thing about this is that when she attacks, she can potentially pull the taunt off of a friendly champion and allow you to get out of those taunt loops that are inevitable with him. You'd want to bring Bolster in order to to start the fight with a shield. So, but yeah, that's kind of how I operate against Scarab Boss. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.